Hey guys, what's up? This is Deadly, and last week I said that we're going to be doing some Q&A stuff on the channel more often, and Sundays will now be my official Q&A day. So if you guys come to the YouTube channel every week, then I'll be responding to your guys' comments, not only on this video here and the previous Q&A, but in all of my videos that I upload throughout the week. Alright, let's start with probably the biggest question that I get, and I mentioned it last time as well. When is the Survivalist episode number 13 coming out? Okay guys, I've been extremely busy playing a lot of World of Warcraft and doing a lot of editing and streaming a lot, and I haven't had a good 4 or 5 hours to just sit down and play something like DayZ on the Survivalist character. I don't know when the next episode will be coming out, whenever I can upload it. And I know there's so much hype and a lot of love surrounding that series, so I promise you guys it's going to be something that will be continuing indefinitely on the channel as DayZ progresses. So whenever they implement new survival features, we're going to be covering that in the Survivalist episodes. So it's not ending. It's probably never going to end on the channel as long as the developers continue to add survivalist mechanics to the game. And we know from the game files that there will be a lot added in the future, and I have a video specifically talking about that on my channel. So don't worry guys, the Survivalist is now one with my channel. I'll be uploading episodes as I see fit, every couple weeks, maybe even every couple months. Whenever new mechanics get added, we'll be doing something new on it. Okay, let's start off with the first comment from Blizzard Turtle. No offense, but I think they should honestly fix the vehicles completely before they consider adding more of them. That's a good argument, but I think the beta phase is meant to fix bugs and features that are not working correctly, whereas the alpha stage is actually getting those features into the game. I think the developers have mentioned that a few times. So adding as many vehicles into the game adds presence, even though they don't work that well. I would rather see them in the game personally than not in the game, and then have them fixed from patch to patch. So I guess we have a difference of opinion there, but let me know what you think in the comment section below, guys, on that. I got a comment from Furoki Fuhr on my navigational tips video. Personally, to me, just running around a random direction is more fun because I come across unexpected places and new things go down. Repetition kills me on so many levels. Yeah, I totally get that. I think play this game however you want to play it. DayZ is just your story. I'm just giving tips on ways to acquire loot the most efficient way and going to towns with a lot of survivors. You don't need to follow my advice. But if people are struggling to even make it into the northern areas, that's what that's for. So honestly, that's a good comment. Just do whatever you want to do and just don't listen to anybody. Play this game the way you want to play it. If that means kill on sight everybody you see, do it. If you want to be a hero, do it. Or just survive in the middle of the woods, then go for it. This game can be played. I have another comment on my navigational tips video from Decodify. I think Decodify. Don't know if I'm pronouncing that name correctly, but too bad you didn't talk much about the sun, clouds, compass, and all that stuff. It can literally bring you from point A to B if you navigate well. That's some advanced level stuff. For example, everybody kind of knows that the sun, rises in the east and sets in the west. But depending on what that server's season is, the sun is in different locations in the sky. So on one server, the sun might be in the southwestern corner, or on another server, it might be in the northwestern server, or in the northwestern corner. So it's a little bit unreliable, believe it or not. I mean, you can get the general idea of where the sun is, but it does change from server to server. Another thing about the sun in the skybox and the clouds is at dusk, the sun actually flips positions for a minute, and it could feel like it's morning and not night. It's a bug in the game currently, but I do agree that the clouds moving across the sky. Some other person wrote a comment about the water will always move in the southwest, which is also cool. If you find a pond and you can see the water moving, it directs in the southwest. So there's a lot of more advanced ideas that people have in the comments, but I just cover the most basic ones to help people get around. Got another comment from Thunderfat. Do you ever play Arma 3, DayZ, Exile, etc.? If you do, how do you compare it to DayZ standalone? I used to play a lot of Arma 3 Breaking Point. I think that's probably the best DayZ-esque mod for Arma 3. I've always been a fan of Breaking Point. It's just a lot of fun, faction-based gameplay. There's a little bit of roleplay there, a little bit of teamwork depending on what group you pick. But I think out of all the mods, that one is the most like DayZ. Exile for me, I've never been able to get into Exile, but I've honestly never given it a real chance. I may have I think 5 hours playing DayZ Exile, but it really wasn't for me. So yeah, Breaking Point, a lot of fun. Probably going to be doing some Breaking Point to Noah very soon for the channel, so stay tuned for that. Got a comment from Jason. Hi Deadly, can you go higher than 720p? I really enjoy your work, but I would love to see it in 1080p or 1440p. Keep up the great work though. Yeah, I was able to upload 1080p videos with 60 frames per second back when Shadowplay didn't have so many problems with DayZ, but the new Infusion engine has gamma issues. Now there are fixes for that, but the fix for it currently will stop working every single time you alt-tab, and since I upload mainly stream highlights, I alt-tab constantly. So it's not a really good fix. My next solution though, I found something that will increase the quality of my videos, but it will most likely remain at 720p until the Infusion engine is better with Shadowplay. I got a comment from Rekhoff's Vids. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Can you play DayZ on a Steam machine? Depends on the stats and the specs of that Steam machine, but I would say that most mid-range gaming computers won't have any problems playing DayZ these days since DayZ 0.61. So if you're having issues like you were lagging at like 15 frames before, that shouldn't be happening anymore. So if I would definitely recommend giving it another shot. Got a comment from Smart Player Z. If you were able to fix one thing about DayZ, what would it be? Probably the audio bug. As a PvP guy, not being able to hear gunshots is probably the most infuriating thing about the game right now. So making sure that in 0.61 we can actually hear the gunshots in the distance is probably the most important thing that I would like to see. It makes it very difficult whenever you're getting shot at in a firefight, not able to pinpoint where you're getting shot from, especially when you're going up against somebody with like a Mosin or like an AKM, some of the loudest weapons in the game. Yeah, that's one thing that I would love to see. I got a comment from Alex. It's about time for Nikolai to create himself a YouTube channel. This dude's fame is rising rapidly. Every server you play on, he's always roaming around. Yeah, Nikolai is actually somebody who ran into Minder on his live stream a couple weeks ago, and we just seem to run into this guy all the time, but he's actually subscribed to my Twitch channel, and he participated recently during our Derp Squad days. So he's definitely somebody who's around our community now, and next time I talk to him, I'll mention that he should try to consider making a YouTube channel. He's a really funny guy, so I could see some really interesting encounters recorded from his perspective. We got Danny. He's pissed off at Clarence. Fuck off, Clarence. Dude, MarkstromTV is probably one of the funniest live streamers that I know. He's a good friend of the channel. He makes awesome YouTube videos as well. I'll include links to his Twitch channel and his YouTube channel in the description box. Definitely go to his Twitch channel, give him a follow. He's trying to get Twitch partnership right now, so we're definitely trying to help him out as much as we possibly can. So, and he has a character that he plays as called Clarence, and let's just say he's got a pretty bad reputation, so it's a lot of fun. Thought that was a really funny comment. And Danny, I let Markstrom know that you hate Clarence so much, and he laughed really bad. Okay, I got the last comment of the video from Commissioner Kozlov. Deadly, why don't you just make a habit of pressing tab before you're using your action bar? That way you don't have to worry about the dev team's incompetence with the action bar system giving you trouble when you switch weapons, because it works almost every time. Yeah, that's a pretty steep comment. I mean, it's definitely a server problem, so it's not the dev's incompetence here, let's be honest. But I wanted to include this because I used to do this all the time back in the early days of the game, and I have taught myself to use the action bar because of comments on my live stream of people saying, you know, you shouldn't be tabbing into your inventory so much, try the action bar. Sometimes it works. In fact, most of the time the action bar does work, but when the server does start to get really laggy, you have to tab in and switch weapons manually. So yeah, I definitely need to make this a habit because it's not working as intended right now, and until the server to client performance gets better, I should definitely be using the inventory to switch weapons. You're right. Guys, thank you so much for leaving your comments on my videos. I really do appreciate it. If you are new to the channel, make sure that you hit that subscription button. It will let you know whenever I make a new one. And you can also check out my daily live streams on Twitch every single morning at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Monday, September 19th, I'm actually doing a 24-hour stream, so that's pretty exciting. You guys can check that out from the 19th at 9:30 a.m. all the way till Tuesday morning at 9:30 a.m. We're going to be doing some Derp Squad stuff, so if you are a subscriber on the Twitch channel, you'll get a chance to play some DayZ with me. So also guys, if you want your questions read on the next week's Q&A, please do let me know what you have to say in the comment section below in this video, and I will do my best to try to include you in the next one. Have a great week guys, and I'll see you tomorrow for some 24-hour DayZ and some more videos on the channel.